In the bottom left for our last best of 3 of the day, it's Soin.
And in the upper right-hand side, wearing the red trunks for Africa Freaks, is Sock. Mr. Theorycraft, break down the matchup on this map for me, please.
Absolutely. We've done a lot of replays on this map, this matchup. And okay, so the grunt opener for Soin, he's going to be going for a single grunt into headhunters. That means he wants to creep level 2. It's also very strong potentially against a fast expansion, which Sock, doesn't often do, and Todd is of course very, very against. But it could happen, and if you get level 2 for Chain Lightning plus Wolves and that single grunt, and then go into headhunters, very, very good against the fast expo. We saw in War 3 Champions that being actually quite common with the Korean human players. And then at Tier 2, it's going to be all about potentially the Panda, but the Beastmaster has been what Sock has preferred recently, with a lot of level 2 water elemental pressures added with those Quill Beasts, of course, and the Defend Footman. And then, of course, on the side of Soin at Tier 2, it's going to be about trying to secure that expansion and trying to creep up that Torrent Chief into level 3.
All right, I think we know what to expect. Now let's see what the two players keep on giving here. Soin would be the third Orc in the playoffs alongside Focus and Hitman. Sock would complete the Korean human duo alongside Chemico. Otherwise, we only have one undead and one human in the playoffs with lots of Night Elves and lots of Orcs. Let's see if we get more diversity in here. It's been a long day. And we saw it yesterday in the last series of the day between Xlord and Chemico. Maybe it's not about the best builds, the best timings, the best execution, just who makes less mistakes,
Absolutely.
Who's in the better condition.
100%, yeah. Very, very long day for everyone. And, you never know how tired these players are. They're normally on a different time zone here, so we'll see how clean they can play. So far, of course, no mistakes, no canceled burrow by accident. Sometimes you go to click the peon and you accidentally click cancel. That happens to the best of us. And by the best of us, I mean myself at least once a day. So, no huge mistakes. And level 2 versus level 2 will soon be the reality of game 1.
Okay, so far only a creeping Soin, taking a little bit of a slower approach for this. Sock will certainly be happy about it, get closer and closer to level 2, because for a long time, the big problem for human was on this map how to even get level 2. The Farseer is right in his face, but things have changed quite a bit. But if I look in this inventory, there's the Lightning Shield, and the Lightning Shield is always scary.
Yeah, that is a great item if the Wolves can make their way into the base. Paired with the Chain Lightning, of course, you can get a ton of Peasant kills. There's most likely going to be an Arcane Tower. Yeah, it's on the way right now, but will be a little bit late. By the way, this was a 3-farm no tower tech, which is a little bit in between. Of course, it's not the fastest tech you could possibly have, but not the slowest either. Generally, a 2-farm tech means you're going into rifles. Generally, a 3-farm tech means you're going to go into Stu Sanctum. Lightning Shield to creep. I actually love that usage.
Was about to say, this is not ultra aggressive. This is somewhere in the middle again. He's getting stuff done. He's taking XP off the map for Sock, but is he still in punching distance? Can he react to this? The peon a little late, and Sock with an excellent play, blocking a lot of surface area, so the peons can't even reach.
I think he's got to burrow up and unburrow. We see the Footman trying to move down. Oh, that's so difficult to get the peons repairing. There's 4 on it now. The 5th needs to get on. The burrow goes down, and that is just a pure mechanical play from Sock. That was all micro. That was all pre-positioning. Excellent burrow kill. He should have never gotten that.
And that Headhunter doesn't look too healthy either. After just 4 minutes in this game, it's Soin already in trouble because this push doesn't stop.
Oh my god, Defend Footman, every Orc's nightmare. We're going to have to see Spike Barricades, I'm pretty sure, quite soon. I'm surprised he's not already upgrading it. Of course, a ton of return damage on those Footmen because the Headhunters can't do pretty much any. One Footman being damaged by that Farseer. But this is looking like a Beastmaster and a half sort of game. The constant pressure could definitely work. Who even needs level 2 water elementals?
Exactly. How the turntables.
Absolutely.
Half a year ago, it was just the opposite. Farseer in the human base, and now the humans are getting their revenge. Wait, were the wolves just standing next to the Archmage? Ah, because invisibility. All right, yeah, it's been a long day.
Okay, so the Footmen, 2 of them quite low, but I believe none of them fell. The Tier 2 Tavern, immediate Beastmaster with a Bear. Okay, not a Quill Beast, but the Bear. The Bear, of course, very, very good against the Headhunters. Quill Beast better at canceling buildings and killing burrows when they're constructing stuff like that. but pressure on the headhunters. 3 of them already quite low, and troll regen not going to be a possibility because there's just no lumber, of course. There's still no Spirit Lodge, Neil.
Yeah, there's no chance for Soin. What is he supposed to do? Like, Sock flows through the series on Northern Isles. That bear, not only very effective, also looking pretty beautifully. Fastia finally level 3, maybe the level 2 wolves can help him out.
Oh my god, this is absolute domination. The Lightning Shield could certainly be used to help defend. Maybe use it on the Grunt to try and damage some of those footmen. I think that is essential at this stage. Okay, there it is. But the footmen just run away, and the burrow was canceled yet again. There's no Spirit Lodge yet, and there's not even a second hero because he's 25 out of 21.
Yeah, feels a little wasted, and that's more kills right there. Headhunter's falling. If you exchange a footman against the Headhunter, you do it any day of the week. Footmen kind of expire. They're throwaway units at some point. Headhunters have value throughout the entire game, so let's go for it. But so it is still supply blocked at 21, and that for like 2 minutes now.
And this is extremely difficult. 1,100 gold just because he can't do anything. He can't build any units, he can't buy items, he doesn't have a shop. He could, of course, spend that quite easily. There's the Spike Barricades kicking in at last, but he can build a shop, he can get a second hero, Spirit Lodge, Bestiary. He can invest that gold, but the issue would become lumber, of course, and Sock can do whatever he wants at this stage and probably end the game in the next 2-3 minutes.
I agree. There's no second hero. There's no tier 2 building. There's no tier 1 units except this super hurt Grunt who's just limping through the snow. And Sock, unwilling to go. I guess now he realizes, okay, I'm not that welcome here anymore.
Yeah, the Farseer almost level 4, and of course the Farseer on level 5, if there's not a ton of priests and there's not breakers with control magic, it can have a lot of impact, but... And there's also a lot of creeps left for the Tauren Chieftain when he eventually makes his way out, but there he's finally constructed. What are we? 7 minutes of the 8-minute Tauren Chieftain. That's normally when the human has a level 3 Mountain King and is pushing your expansion. This is such a wacky game.
Yeah, or like tier 3 against undead timing with the DC. Yeah. Oh, this is so delayed. And this means, of course, that there's not going to be much Dispel. And if there's not going to be much Dispel, there's one certain unit in the human arsenal that fares really, really, really well. And they're coming. It's the Sorks.
Yeah, and this is almost looking like the good old-fashioned Sky Push days. I mean, he could almost get away with just tower rushing. He put down a lumber mill and just go, go, go. Who cares? I mean, where's the tech? He's building headhunters still, and he's only now getting a shop. Okay, level 4 Farseer, excellent, of course. And, of course, the Orc Heroes of Soin are going to scale better into the late game, but not without Shamans, and there is none.
Beastmaster close to be level 2, and if mana stealing decent. Mana shouldn't be the issue here, though. At this stage, do you go level 2 Aura for more summons, or do you still go level 2 Water Elementals, even though Shaman are coming soon?
Yeah, it's tough to say. I think Sock might realize there's going to be Shaman soon, but honestly, he would have enough time to get value out of those level 2 Water Elementals if he wanted to, if he could see the whole map. And of course, with that bear perfectly timed, he knows he can just pressure with more summons. He might even be able to, well, probably not cancel that with that bear, but if he sends something else over, possibly.
Let's do a little bit what ify here. What if Soin survives a little longer? And what if Soin is somehow able to build a 50 supply army? Don't the human heroes scale horribly with more Shaman coming into the play and the summons getting useless?
Absolutely, and then that's a ton of experience for the Farseer that's already on his way to level 5, and the Tauren Chieftain going to get level 3. But that's, of course, why this Sock always does this. He does the initial pressure, gets a lot of damage done, makes sure there's no possibility of a tier 2 expansion, or in this case, even a Tauren Chieftain level 3, and then he just expos himself. And yes, the heroes can't carry you, but an economic, a supply advantage, a heal scroll advantage, that can carry you.
And the expo is already coming while we have healing wards. Very, very nice. Don't have to go to lots of selves, can creep nonetheless. Sock, of course, shocking around, wants to do more damage. Unfortunate item here for him with the Ruined Braces, but can sell it, can get an Invo Potion, can get a heal scroll or whatever he wants from the shop in exchange. Chain Lightning, little annoying here. Level 4, not bad. This Farseer could become a little bit of a carry down the road.
Yeah, there is control magic, but of course when it's, well, it's 2 base versus 1, but even if there's just an expansion, let's say, of the human, level 3 wolves are just going to be constantly sent over there. Yes, you can steal them yourself if you're Sock, but you're not always there to defend the expansion. So if this Farseer gets level 5, that expo is going to be just a sunk cost. He's going to have to rebuild peasants all day.
Invisible bears again into the main.
Infi vs. Fly, Turtle Rock, WCG.
I was about to mention it. It's so cool to have someone by my side that's also a little historian himself, even though you're kind of young to the scene. These legendary games you never forget.
Oh yeah, that was a series worth remembering. The early GG into the crazy performance and the bear. Comes out of the shadows, kills a peon. Even gonna kill a second peon? No way. Okay, he does burrow it up, Soin. Well done, nice awareness, and more experience towards the Farseer now.
You know what I wouldn't hate at this stage? One Witch Doctor against this invisibility play. Because Sock is going to do this over and over and over again. And Witch Doctor, you just have to position wards in front of your base in like a semicircle in a concave. And then you will be fine. You know when to pull back and when to react.
Yeah, definitely leaving maybe a shaman or two back there would be great. And also on the side of Sock, knowing that maybe a level 5 Farseer is on the way, maybe Arcane Sentry for the towers so that he can see those wolves at all times. But for now, he's just continuing to power creep, knowing that he has the economic advantage, Sock, and he can just go into that big front line of breakers, and the Invis harass continues. That's a level 2 bear now, and that's a second peon going down.
Echo harass. It's so annoying. Bash is coming into play as well, so sometimes there's not even a way for the peons to get out. Shamans are, of course, a weapon against this, but bears have so much HP that one purge might not even be enough. But I really like the fighting spirit by Soin. And sweet water magic plays. Man, Sock is using these summons really well. I really like the fighting spirit by Soin. In many other tournaments and later games, he would have tapped out after this initial harass after 4 minutes because the damage was done, but not here. A DreamHack shows again the scale of this tournament, the prestige of this tournament. And Town Portal home, this base shall be whole.
This is an excellent timing for Soin. I think this is the best timing he's had the entire game to fight. It's not perfect, of course, but he could get something done here. Nice potion of vulnerability against the Stomp there. Shades of X-Lord, and speed scroll away. A shaman falls in the back, and the slow trap is going to kick in if Soin did not get out of there right away. Invis harass about to continue in that Great Hall. Don't think it's going to get up anytime soon.
Nah, it doesn't look too likely. Archmage close to 4, and then he gets Brilliance Aura 2, and that means more mana, and that means more Invis and more summons. So this harass intensifies very, very soon.
Almost level 4 Archmage, level 2 Aura, of course, is going to be so good. And yeah, this is a really strong army now for Sock. 60 supply against 48. Maybe Hero Focus could be the play, but there's always going to be Invis.
This might be the tournament of Hero Focus. Feels like we talk about this in every single group, but he's just right-clicking on the Archmage. Just like that. Does he have another Stomp? How does he get the TC out, by the way? There is a potion. Might be forced into it soon. There might be another Chain Lightning as well, but Soin ejects early. But there was a lot of damage done, but no kill really. But silver lining, more and more time for this Great Hall at the 6 o'clock.
Yeah, that was a nice timing for that reason, absolutely. And I guess I'm wrong for the 200th time this tournament. Not level 3 Wolves, level 3 Chain Lightning. And it's very, very strong. I know you're a big fan of that skill, but I do think the Wolves could find a ton of value.
Well, if your plan is to go for Hero Focus, level 3 Chain Lightning is crazy good. And I guess that is, from Soin's point of view, his way out of this. Kill the Archmage, get rid of the Aura, but Sock's getting ready for that. Invo Potion, TP, double heal score, so much gold invested into items.
For sure, yeah. It's going to be even a stronger army, even though it's still 60 supply as Sock waits for a couple more farms. And even building another shop. Did he lose his shop at his expansion before? Is he? No, he's building breakers, so he's actually getting a second shop right now just to prepare for maybe another push. Creepjack is big. Is there another speed scroll? There's one on the Farseer currently, level 4.2 Torn Chieftain. And Soin can no longer fight. He couldn't fight for pretty much the whole game, but certainly worse than it ever has been army-wise at this stage. Raider's even going to fall. Shaman could fall. That is level 4 in the Beastmaster, and the Quills are such a good weapon against these Shamans.
Wonder if that was worth it, because this is now the Unholy Aura.
Yep.
And there was a lot of slow. So we have double movement speed aura on the TC, which is pretty damn good against slow.
Yeah, I think this could even be a position where we could see a retrain into Shockwave, a few more Raiders added in. We see Shaman Raider in the production, the expansion's up, maybe get reinforced. He does have reinforced defenses. Yeah, I think Shockwave retrain might be the only possibility here with the expansion. It's not going to mine a lot. Even the main base isn't going to mine a lot. Look at this.
Well, at some point he had 7 out of 5 in that base, but yeah, the bear is coming back. Breakers are coming, and with breakers in, more and more breakers, it's going to be harder and harder to stomp because they will protect their castles. With Shockwave, that is indeed easier, so I'm totally with you on the Shockwave hype train.
Odo was looking very hungry, but the micro is always on point for Sock. He has some of the best mechanics in Korea, I would say. Next to maybe Lin, even. Very, very good micro player. The Water Elemental, getting a little bit lazy, but he's eventually going to come out, and then he's going to focus that Shaman that's running dry on mana. But this is always more experience. The Torn Chieftain on the way to level 5. The Farseer on the way to level 6.
That's going to make a difference. Invis Wolves, of course, nice to have. Earthquake, there's no Dispel. Earthquake could potentially be very good if Stock is giving him the time, but I don't think there's more time. This is a 76 supply human death ball, and he's blocking that little niche. Can't really do... Like, how do you engage into this? The breakers are just blocking.
Yeah, Soin has to go to the expansion. He's got to counterattack and just pray for a trade of Expos right now. That's all he can hope for. And then get maybe, yeah, hero kill is, I guess, the only way you can engage, but the Blizzard is excellent as well. Yeah, Soin can't fight. He's never going to be able to fight again in this game. He should go immediately to that expansion, and I think he should also retrain into Shockwave. That's his only play here.
We'll see about that. Yeah, very hard to nuke the heroes. Pair up the Vitality on the Beastmaster, TP Invo Potion on the Archmage. He's just clicking on the heroes. That's been his game plan against Happy. That is his game plan against Sock. If it calls for desperate measures, go for the heroes. But I love this play by Sock going for the Blizzard. Look at how much damage it's doing.
Yeah, and there's no speed scroll, so a TP is the only way to get out of here. The Chain Lightning is doing quite a bit, but there's the slow trap. Breaker comes back. Kodo was barely not denied there, and the other Kodo will get out. And maybe this Breaker could be focused. Yeah, the Bear's working on the Peons at the same time, and this Expo will fall. And there's a TP for Sock to get back when Soin goes for the counterattack.
2 polar bears. Isn't that lovely? Not if you're Soin, then it's absolutely horrible and brutal. He's knocking on Sock's door now, but I think the damage is done already. Sock has 1,000 gold bank. He mined 2,000 gold more across the series. He has a huge lead. He has all the equipment in the world. Okay, here we go for the Beastmaster for the 3rd time. Lightning Shield actually quite sweet, but of course can be dispelled relatively early on. And the TC finds himself in a lot of trouble. Far away from the ult, of course. The potion must be consumed soon. Sock with a smooth sailing in 1-0 direction here.
Yeah, ever since that burrow kill, and it's easier said than done. Oh, he's going for the hero focus one last time. Potion of Vulnerability, Cloak, Heal Scroll, Town Portal, though. Even Invis from the sources, this would be a massive mistake if this fell. And he will use a potion from the shop, saving all the other items, and GG will be called. Yeah, what I was going to say is, Sock never let that slip after the burrow. It's so easy to get in these positions against these super high-level players and let it slip away, but he got the advantage, and he never let up after that.
100%. These summons were horrible for Soin.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
How many kills did the bears get? Bloody, bloody, bloody.
Yep.
Nobody could tame them. Not the single unit, not the shaman, not the peons. Nothing was saved from them, and here's the 1-0 Sock cruising through the lower bracket.
Yeah, and for everyone out there wondering how to play this Beastmaster style, just watch that replay. That was picture perfect from Sock. He's the one that kind of invented this style recently, and here we're seeing the initial burrow kill. Now, you can't always guarantee you're going to get this kill. This is a very heads-up play that worked out, but of course, this is pretty much what won him the game here.
Yeah, that opened the floodgates for more pressure. The footmen were hanging around for a long time. And he killed burrow after burrow, and shop after shop, and headhunter after headhunter. Unbelievable. Unbelievable play by Sock.
So good, yeah. He's killing units, well canceling buildings, and here's the final nail. The hero focus was attempted but failed, and the Blizzard in the back is so strong. Of course, you lack the damage from the clap or the breath of fire, so retraining Blizzard later on is something that Sock always does. He supplements that damage with the Archmage, and yeah, just, what can you say, man? Dominant performance, and we thought this was going to be very, very close. That was not close at all.
Not really, but Soin still has a chance. He's with his back against the ropes, but you know, a turnaround, I wouldn't mind to see a full distance game here. Tiny little break and then match points for Sock.
The DreamHack WarCraft Free Championship is brought to you by Norton Gaming and Coinbase.
Soin, he would love to repeat his miraculous run from the DreamHack Regional Finals earlier this year, but it seems like it's not happening. If he has to turn this entire series around, it needs 2 map wins in a row, Carson. How likely is that?
I wouldn't say too unlikely, at least, but with how Sock's playing right now, that was pretty close to a perfect game given the strategy. It's a weird strat, we don't see it a ton, but that was picture perfect from front to back.
Well. Let's see if he can go all the way and make a 4-0 run through the lower bracket. In the upper left-hand side in the red, it's Sock.
And facing elimination in the bottom right of Tide Hunters, it is Soin.
Right, all the orc heads out there. It could be one of the strongest races if Soin does it, but they need to turn this around. The strength of the Farseer and the Headhunters on Tight Hunters. Carson, what makes this map different than Northern Isles, and what can we expect?
Well, it has kind of an interesting dynamic. The 2 green turtle camps in the middle. If you creep both of those, it's exactly half a level both times. If you get both, you are level 2 immediately. So what Soin's going to go for, he's going to try to creep the first turtle, and then if Sock allows him, he's going to creep the second turtle for a very early level 2. And Sock has 2 options. He can either allow that to happen and get level 2 himself, or he can creep his first orange camp to the north of his base and then pressure that green camp, keeping them both on level 1. That means no aura, that means no potential third water elemental later on, but maybe he denies the chain lightning and maybe he gets the turtle for himself.
Plenty of options for both of them. We'll see how that goes. I think for Soin, it's relatively easy to get a better early game than on game 1, and maybe he can snowball from there. We've seen a very good TC control. We've seen very good chain lightnings, and I don't think he's gonna face as much pressure as we've seen before. That would be outlandish. How high are the chances for another Beastmaster here, though?
Pretty high. I think Sock's been playing that almost across the board. I talked to Hitman about it, and he said, I can't beat the Beastmaster. Sock beats me on ladder all day. I can't beat it. So, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe they meet. He's going to hear that. Oh, no. 2-0. Uh-oh.
Or maybe you're just lying and it's reverse psychology.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who knows?
You called me out on that one. But, yeah, so he's very good at it, and he's the one that is sort of innovating this style. So I think he's likely, and I'm wrong again, he's not creeping the turtle.
Instant aggression. A little bit out of the meta, I would say. The early creep seems to be what's hot at the moment. But okay, let's go into the base. Maybe seeking revenge for what Sock did to him early on map 1.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's worth saying, I don't think Soin made a ton of mistakes on map 1. He was just very far behind for such a long time. Fast Expo.
What?
Ooh, the snake oil salesman strikes again. Here we go.
Yeah, you got a little bit of flack for that idea.
Yeah.
Expo as human against Farseer Headhunters. Not too many people like it, but you're still a fan?
People think it sucks, and I thought it sucked a lot, but I appeal to authority with strategies. I appeal to authority. We see these top human players do it all the time, the Asian human players at least. Both Chinese and Korean human players. Infi and TH used to do it as well. You know, obviously not in Farseer Headhunter meta, so I appeal to authority. They do it, therefore it must be good to an extent. It must work to an extent, and even though, you know, it does fail when I try it on ladder, doesn't always fail when Sock tries it.
Really cool once again, and displaying the diversity that we have in WarCraft right now. From game 1, ultra aggression in your face all the time, to, hey, I'm going to take the defensive approach. I'm going to take the economical approach and try to expand. So far though, got a couple of kills, is teching already, got the shop up, got the burrow up. A lot less stressful than that.
Absolutely. And speaking of approaches, there's a couple on the side of Soin for countering this. You can go for the Panda at tier 2 and just constant pressure the entire game, play kind of the hero level advantage. You just keep killing peasants, keep pressuring, and you know the Archmage isn't getting a ton of kills and you're killing all the peasants. Or you can play counter Expo normally with a Tauren Chieftain and just try to control the map, take away creep camps, and eventually even up the economy. So there's 2 roads Soin can go down. Focus generally goes for the Panda. Soin, I actually haven't seen him play against the style, so I really don't know.
Yeah, Panda seems very, very good, not only in this matchup, but pretty much across the board.
Yep.
Great against units, great against buildings. Let's go burn some stuff. But okay, I think at this point, you can't prevent the expansion anymore. The question is just how expensive it is.
Yeah, and there's of course no defend yet. It'll come up probably before the tech, maybe. I mean, it's tough. It's a tough call to make if there's a lot of headhunters. Look how low the footies already are. I don't know if this is working for Sock. He's under a lot of pressure. The expansion will get up, like you pointed out, and level 2, that's nice for the aura, but I don't know if he can defend with the amount of HP he has on his units once that Panda comes in, if it is purchased.
If he's going for a normal hero, he can of course sell something, but yeah, the Headhunter definitely an indicator for that, and the Panda is back bringing the heat. There's not much Sock can do about it now. I mean, defend helps against the Headhunters, but not really against the Panda. It's a good synergy here, and Soin doesn't stop there. Goes for a Beastery. More pressure with probably Raiders?
Yeah, most likely. And, you know, he could even get maybe a Wind Rider in the main base, something like that, make it a little bit annoying. The Arcane Tower, of course, a crucial building to try to knock down. The Wolves even killing some peasants in the main base. The multitasking has to come into play now for Sock. And this tower, of course, has to hold. If he cannot hold the tower, it's just going to be a resummon of Wolves killing all those peasants.
Breath of Fire mana is empty, so the majority of the damage is done. And if I look at the experience bars, it's not that crazy of a progress. Yeah, the Town Hall is burning. Yeah, there are a couple of corpses from peasants, but this doesn't seem too scary. This feels like Sock can stabilize in a bit.
Yeah, defend just kicked in as well. What the hell? How many peasants is that?
Okay, can we just rewind and I never say what I just said?
Oh my god.
How is that possible? The multitasking apparently massively lacking for Sock. With all these peasants dead, he's still tier 1. He's at 40 lumber. This is the disaster.
You know what happened? Because Sock, when the Wolves went into his base, Sock was at his shop in between the two bases. So I think he got, your base is under attack, but at the expansion, not at his main base. And he didn't realize the main base because he was being attacked at both, but he was looking at the Archmage. And that's 5 corpses I see. This is going to be a 6th as well. Unbelievable. A kind of avoidable mistake for both players in game 1 and 2 now.
Title for this map, Outcome the Wolves. Excellent album by Rancid, by the way. Oh, boy. How do you recover from this?
Yeah, that's he's getting improved lumber harvesting. It's not that good. Oh, yeah. Oh, the production. Love you guys. Love you guys. Look at this. Unbelievable.
It's a little reminiscent of Game of Thrones season, whatever this is, 6 or something. Okay, Raiders are coming, upgrades are coming. Panda's close to level 2. Man, Soin, he really, really wants to stay even longer. Make the production suffer and go for game 3.
Yeah, the Raiders coming out. Roddy's going to be happy to see that. 2B's Raider. There you go. The old school approach. Didn't work against Todd in the past, but can it work against Sock right now? Probably.
Definitely looks like it. More footmen falling. And Sock needs a miracle. That's for sure. Panda coming in once again. Not the most mana in the world, and Sock is towering up. That's probably the strongest he can build at the moment. Not that easy to tear down, but of course stationary, can't move them. Can't get the Pandas surrounded really, but he's also a big tank in the front and he can pull them back. Get a salve on him, and in the meantime buying some time for the Raiders. He even has pillage, so with every attack he gets a little bit of gold.
Yeah, I was about to say, Twitch chat's going to be very happy about that. Already has pillage before the Raider attacks the building for the first time. I mean, even if sometimes a single Raider kills a farm, chat's like, why doesn't he have pillage? He would have got 45 gold for that. It's incredible.
And you know what? I can rarely relate so much to Twitch chat than in this very moment because it's really, really rare.
All right, and pressure now into the main base. Already a tower. And 45 supply with a lot of Raiders. I believe that's a 4th and a 5th Raider on the way. The Panda kind of needs mana to do this, and the footmen need to be cleaned up as well.
I would love to see backpack actually, just for clarities. That would be so good.
That's great, especially with Raiders because they're so fast across the map.
Yeah.
They're never going to die in transition. There's not going to be a Mountain King for another 2.5 minutes as the keep is only now being upgraded. I think that would be an excellent choice actually as more Raiders now stream across and +1 attack. The question is, what does Soin do now that this tower's up?
Retreat, creep up, push again, or I don't expo yourself. Tech has just started. Can he use the time where Sock is teching to expand, or does he want to apply more and more and more pressure? Because there's a lot of Raiders now.
Yeah, the difficulty of counter-expanding is the Panda does not really scale when you go into the triple Sanctum and get a ton of breakers. The TC with the Aura and the Stomp of the backline Hero Focus is much better. And this soon-to-be keep, well, it might never happen. If the Raiders have anything to say about it, he's just going to continue going for that. That's just a lightning rod now for Raiders to push in when the main base was the one that was really safer.
The main base is now the expansion, and the expansion is somewhat the main base. I don't know. Soin is getting further and further ahead. This repair with 7-8 peasants costs a ton, of course. Sock has a big bank already, so one can say this expansion paid off. But the Panda, he has mana again. Again, no clarity, no mana potion, so it's not enough to decimate the number of workers here. Nice little splitting. Raider Panda attacks the base. The Headhunters take care of the workers, so he's always getting some kills at least.
Yeah, Sock seems to be, I don't want to say stabilizing. I mean, he's still losing a lot of peasants, but he's holding on, and this is the kind of game you play when you go for this fast expansion against Orc. You're expecting this to happen. You're expecting to lose a ton of peasants, to just be hit and run the entire game, but all Sock knows is he just has to hold on, and then, you know, he's going to have casters against a Raider and a Panda with no mana on level 2. He'll be in an excellent position if he can just hold on. Tier 3 tech, by the way, from Soin.
Yeah, curious what he's doing with that. I mean, of course, Berserkers, that's the logical choice. We'll see what else is on the plate. Barracks down. There was a lot of gold for Soin, of course, as well. Staying patiently below upkeep, not feeling forced to go into an all-in or add a demo or something crazy. Just, he knows he's ahead. He knows he can't relax too much, so he's getting stuff done and adding the tech. I like that play.
Yeah, just seesawing between the bases, really nicely done. He's always getting value because he's getting some peasant kills, and of course you mentioned already he's getting the gold from killing the buildings. Love the lumber mill block, by the way.
Yeah.
Could also do that in the main base. There's plenty of gold for Stock to do that, and it only costs 120. Oh, hero focus potential. There is a town portal, but that's a costly one.
Oh man, is there hero focus in every single game? Nice to see, because WarCraft, what makes it stand out from other RTS titles is the heroes. If you take them out, there's not too much left. Chop down. What's the next target? Seems like he's not willing to take the lumber mill as a little gold donation for pillage. He wants this altar, and for good reason. The Mountain King is about to come out. It doesn't take too long, but against these raiders with a protection scroll and the Panda, I don't think he has a shot. Nope, MK scratched.
Very, very unfortunate, and a perfect timing from Soin. He kills the shop, he kills the altar, he opens the base up as well, but it's very difficult, of course, to kill towers with raiders. Heavy armor, they do siege damage. Water Element looking to feed some more experience. Panda on his way to level 3, but I mean, he hasn't had mana the entire game. That's kind of been the story of the game, but still, this is looking very good for Soin after denying that Mountain King.
Yeah, let's go Drunken Brawler level 2 on level 3. What do you think?
Oh yeah, might as well. Yeah, you can deal with the few defend footmen that might be left on the map, make it a lot easier for yourself. Yeah, let's do it.
I totally agree. So let's go for that keep. Of course, it has more HP and costs a lot more, so pillage is way more effective. And you know what? We like this lumber mill block, so instead, I don't care about that. I just flank from another side, and this time I'm going to wreck you. At least force a lot of repair, but with the end snares, he's making sure he wants the entire thing. And...
Oh, come on. Come on. No way he doesn't get it. No way he doesn't get it. The Raider's about to fall. The Raider's about to die. 2 Raiders die. The defend footies. He doesn't get it. How much HP was that? 30? 20?
Oh, no. Panda in trouble. Don't tell me no, the Panda survives. Ay. Massive overcommitment in the series against Happy. It was the hero focus, and now it might be the keep focus that kicks Soin out. Oh.
Man, and he got a little fancy with it, right? He tried to cancel that altar that our observer just showed, and he didn't get it with the headhunters, and then they got brought in late that we're seeing in the replay right now. If he had that damage, look at the HP. It gets down to, what's that, 46? 24, 14, I think. 9! It was down to 9, Neo! That is absurd!
You're like an auctioneer in reverse. Oh my god. Okay, everybody, we got ourselves a series. Things are getting a little spicy over here. But of course, a very, very solid reason to go for tier 3 for the orcs is not only the Headhunter upgrade, it's also the Tiny Great Hall. And yes, Soin got a lot of resources from this pillage, but apparently Sock has found a way out of that pillage attack. But Soin counters with the next step, and that is the counter expansion.
Absolutely, yeah. We were having a little discussion earlier about what does he get out of tier 3. I was thinking, oh, maybe Shadowhunter. You were thinking Berserker. I don't think either of us thought about the tiny Grey Hole, but what an excellent choice.
Yeah,
of
and
course.
you know what? Sock paid for this tiny Great Hall with all his buildings.
For sure.
Yeah, nice financing right there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And he's he's going to be saying that right now to the Sorceress as well. The Panda finally gets level 3. And the Breath could clean up these. I can't believe there's Footman left over. Oh, Mountain King is here, but might be not long for this world if he gets surrounded by the Mass Raiders. In fact, the Archmage focus, but there is a town portal. And,
oh boy.
All right, okay, he's going to have to get out of here. He's trying to make it to the shop. He's got to be careful not to take too much damage because it's going to be tricky to heal him up.
There might even be crit, so you might calculate this wrong. Town portal in. I see on Sock's side he's going Rifle Casters. And there's a Panda. I thought, okay, with Breakers, the Panda's going to be useless soon. Against Rifles, this Panda has a lot of longevity in this matchup.
For sure, yeah, there's already level 2 Chain, level 2 Breath, and these heroes aren't going to stop anytime soon. I think we're going to go a whole lot later, at least 5 more minutes. That's more than enough time to get at least, level 5 maybe on the Farseer. Then Rifle Caster is going to hugely fall off, mostly because no breakers for control magics. The Wolves are there, and of course they can all get hit by the Chain Breath combo. And now the creeping begins because the economy is equalized, and I imagine a transition. Yeah, Windrider, Shaman. I think that's an excellent transition if he, if he thinks there's casters, but he's against Rifles.
Yeah, Soin quickly coming up with a new plan. This Brute Force didn't really work, or at least he couldn't force Sock to tap out. But he had another plan. He had a follow-up plan. This is what really good and smart players do. Always have something in your back pocket that you can dash out if things are not going exactly the way you want it to. We get Wyvern at this stage in the game.
Yeah, it's really good for creeping. And he's got 2 of them, and yeah, he can just power creep. He can creep anything on the map now, maybe not the top red camp. And Sock might be able to do that actually with a few rifles later on. Now, if this goes into a creeping war, of course, Someone's always going to be ahead in hero levels. Not only because he has the probably stronger creeping army currently, but also just he's already ahead in levels. But Sock's going to scale a lot better. It's almost reversed from the last game.
Double Ensnare again, feeds him a little more. Faster getting closer and closer to 4. That rhymes, but rhymes is good, especially when you're a fan of the Orcs. Sock, I would say by now he did stabilize to a degree, but supply is even, economy is even, heroes not so much. Heal scrolls also in favor. And I wonder if he has the time to creep the Mountain King up. He could become that ultra carry for Sock that gives him a little bit of a chance for the rest of the game.
Yeah, he's got not quite the consumable he wanted from that Marketplace Scroll the Beast. Now gets a robe of the Magi. There's a level 3, level 2 Clap. Not going to hit the Wind Riders, but the Rifles will do fine at that. First actual kind of fight here. The Chain Breath of Fire combination lands well. Purge, Scroll the Beast being used. Raiders, of course, not doing a ton. Is there enough for Soin to break through? The high ground advantage, of course, there as well.
Oh, Illusion Wyvern, I like that, but the Chain Lightning, massive! Now level 4, he's barely no mana anymore. He's trying to eject because the Mountain King is cleaning house. He's being in focused fire now, trying to town portal out. Invo Potion connects, and the Raiders are kinda lucky to survive.
Lightning Shield on the army at the very last second. Probably not going to find any kills, just a little bit annoying. Forces maybe some Priest mana, and now the bottom of the map. And that's map control for Soin, means he gets the bottom of the map. Yeah. So there's plenty of creeps there. Red camp, the only available one other than that tiny, tiny green by the expansion of Soin at the top. So that's what this will come down to, maybe. It's just fighting over these contestable camps at the bottom.
Probably the best match in this group thus far.
Yeah.
Non-stop aggression by Soin. Illusion still into play. I wonder if he's a little too aggressive here, consuming a heal scroll just to be a little safer for the towers. It seems like a little waste to me.
Almost level 4 in that Panda. And I think it's wise that he doesn't go for a Shadow Hunter. Although it's tempting, you just want to rely on brute force, just mass units and crazy heroes, and maybe steal away the heal scrolls, which I think he's been doing pretty consistently. Chain, Breath of Fire, a massive combination, actually. Lightning Shield as well. Panda has to be careful, though.
Yeah, he has a huge lightning rod, but he's being forced out of that fight, same as the Kodo, but hammered to the head. Kodo blocked, and that unit will come back probably. We got, what is that? Sock is chasing into the bottom left, Soin is chasing into the 12 o'clock. This fight is all over the place.
There's a Shaman, there's a Headhunter there, there was a Rifle just at the shop, the Breaker comes back, the Wind Riders are at the expansion. We're in crazy town right now. The Footman at the expo, what the hell?
Can we give a little shout out to this observer who's watching WarCraft for the very first time and does an excellent job in keeping tabs on everything?
Look at that Expo. That is, oh, he's got 6 on the Expo, and he actually needs 6 because look how far away it is. And that was just a panic. He threw it. No, it was a tiny Great Hall. That's actually a mistake.
Yes.
That's literally a 6 peon expand. This game is crazy, man.
And Sock, he's not willing to give this up. It looked dire, but he's getting better and better. And the problem is that Soin's ground army will probably be destroyed for the rest of the game by this Mountain King as long as he has mana. And with this Archmage and with this inventory, this Mountain King has mana for days.
All right, so 4.4, 4.4, 4.4, 3.3 are the hero levels currently, and if that Mountain King can get level 4, which he's very close, that's 3.8 even, as my eyes do deceive me for a second there. So potential for greater mana, potential for level 2 Stormbolt, and this Mountain King is probably a better carry than even that Panda can be, as he gets a greater heal. That's nice. Wind Riders, though, great for hitting and running, as are the Raiders. The Breath of Fire, also great against the buildings. And that's even more peasants going down. Do we have a peasant killed counter here?
Yeah. I mean, the production is great, but I don't think the technology is there yet. And maybe we broke all scales in the past 2 days. How many peasants fell in all these games? Wyvern, of course, very, very fragile unit, but the Panda, massive Breath of Fire and the Chain Lightning on top of it. There's no heal scroll here. This might be the end for Sock. How can he get out? There's no TP,
Farseer.
just TP'd in. Archmage in trouble. Farseer in trouble. Who has more survivability? Nice dodge by both of them as they both survived this crazy game.
I feel like that Farseer definitely could have died there. I don't think Stormbolt was on cooldown and he just sort of walked out. Now Flying Machine's trying to come out to counter the Wind Riders, but there's just no counter, and this is almost 5-5 on the side of Soin, and we see how effective that Breath of Fire already was. Yes, the Mountain King can carry, but if it's all air units doing the damage, who cares, really?
You know what's a bad idea? Trying to counter stuff with gyrocopters when there's a level 5 Panda right around the corner.
That is honestly the ideal counter to them. It's a little rough. But really, what can the human build that isn't countered by the Panda, other than breakers, really?
You could try to go... No, I don't know. No.
Difficult.
Very.
Yeah.
Would still love for the Mountain King to do a handstand and clap the air.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, maybe jump really high. It's like me on the desk, the Mountain King, trying to reach the Wind Riders in between Todd and Roddy. I'm like, hi, guys. Looking up like they're my father.
That's exactly how the Mountain King would feel there as well. Oh, man. Dangerous, dangerous territory. As also the Farseer is approaching 5, and these workshops are, of course, still an invite for this. We got Bat Riders, so not only is the Panda a good counter, the Bat Riders getting countered by a Stormbolt. And the Panda is in a bad position. At the moment, the Gyros are doing a good job.
Yeah.
But that justifies the means.
Really nicely done. Yeah, and okay, Slow is kicking in, but trying to kite away. The Mountain King, he's about to kill so much. That's why the Town Portal is essential here. Raider and a Shaman go down. What I was going to say is the Flying Machines can, if there's no Bat Riders, they can just kite the Wind Riders. They have more movement speed, and they have better range, I believe, even on top of it. So they can just run away. If there's 100 supply Wind Riders and 1 Flying Machine, the Flying Machine will win if microed perfectly. So the Bats are essential because they speed up when they do Unstable Concoction.
True. So it's a lot about positioning, which is, of course, stressful. You need to micro so much at the same time. You need to have your Mountain King in the perfect position. You also need to keep them safe. You need to block a little bit with the breakers. You have to keep your units safe. Once again, oh man, that Bat Rider coming in. Massive, massive Mountain King clap.
And the Mountain King's getting very scary. We see he's almost level 5, 4.7. The heroes are getting terrifying, but no close to level 6 on the side of Soin. He was once very far ahead hero-wise, but just shows how much of the creeping went Sock's way and how much of these trades are actually weirdly going his way. It didn't seem like it, though.
But the damage that Soin did was mostly against buildings.
True.
He saves his expansion. Poor peons were suffering as well. There's still so much experience on the map. We got the rat spot. We got both rat spots. We got 2 orange spots. We got the turtles. We got the first camp usually at the sea giant. Like, these guys are just farming each other.
I just realized it's 23 minutes of the game, too. Yeah, that is actually absurd. There's that many creep camps on the map. That is completely ridiculous. There's a consumable, and even the red camp where you could get a mana stone.
Yep.
Heal wards would, of course, be great as well for Soin here. And I think they just want to keep fighting. And I think, has Sock mustered up an army strong enough? It's still even supply. It's all about the Bat Rider connections, I think.
I think so too. The main base has expired. The Panda has a lot of mana. He will fry these gyros. He can never be in range of that Breath of Fire because then this happens.
We might finally get the Panda ultimate. We've been waiting for it. We've been so close to it, I think, what was it, twice today even, but we never got to see the triple Pandas on the field. Maybe today is the day after all. Point 4 to go.
Yeah, our lovely Korean translator is waiting for that Panda ultimate for 2 days already. We told her how strong it is and how awesome it is that the Panda splits in 3 different pieces who all do different stuff, and so far just disappointment, but maybe this is the game. Supply still even, hero advantage for Soin. And the army composition should speak in favor of the Orc as well. But of course, now it's all down to execution. One mistake could flip the scale again.
Yeah, he's trying to preempt the fight with Breath of Fire, so, and he's trying to get on the slime machines, at least soften them up, and then actually the Wind Riders, even if the bats don't connect perfectly, the Wind Riders can win the fight if they're all half HP already. Mountain King, of course, wants to get that level 5, but there's no experience ever being fed because the Wolves just aren't being summoned. Stormbolt now in the Panda, but I think that Panda's more than safe. Speed scroll in, this is a big potential last fight.
Ooh, the gyros, I think they all dead on the right-hand side. Panda down to 50%, okay. Oh no, he split them! Pretty nicely sags! Here's the split! Earthstorm and Fire saves the Panda! And maybe so it's tournament live!
Oh my god, the split, the Cyclone. Now everything is being clobbered. This is, of course, a ton of normal damage. Everything medium armor. Normal damage also really good against the heroes. Oh my god, there's Dispel, there's Taunt, there's Immolation, there's Cyclone, and the Bat Rider on top of it. What an excellent, excellent game. It's still even supply. Can Sock somehow wait out this ultimate because he can certainly not fight against it?
There's still quite some duration here. Can he reach that Fire Panda? Thirsting for damage, that Earth Panda ready to clap. Taunt doesn't really work that well. He can't really reach for the Cyclone. Whoo! Sock survives this ultimate, but he's in enemy territory now. Has no... okay, has a TP on the Mountain King as he's going to be the carry. Panda is back. That ultimate was so clutch. On the other side, Mountain King dies. Oh no, Sock, is this the end of it all? Purge comes in. Archmage vs. Fastier, Eternal Battle. Fastier falls!
The Panda!
What the? No!
Zeppelin!
Fire!
No way! Yeah. The high ground! The Shaman! Koda, will he get it? No, he doesn't! What the hell was that exchange?
Can we get heart rate meters for the casters? That would be a nice addition to the overlay. What is going on? Soin loses to Fastier, Sock somewhat back. Zeppelin has the Panda who's frying 2 gyros just out of pure anger that his friend just died. Oh, and we are still on even supply. I cannot believe my eyes.
That Farseer should have never died. That is a potential throw. It's still... This 31 against 29 supply, there is going to be a slight gold advantage in the natural expansion.
A slight gold advantage, my friend. The natural expansion for Sock is over.
Oh my god.
And there's still 4K. Here it is, the play of the series. How much was that? 50 HP or something? One more volley, basically.
Oh my god. If the Kodo gets an attack in there, that Archmage is dead. And that was also... that was a mass teleport as well. Just on top of it, that's a mass PP. Mountain King, level 5, he's a massive carry. And okay, 45 seconds for the Farseer. This is no economy. 27 against 33 supply, Neo. Okay, so what happens now?
I don't know, man. Nobody is mining anymore. Sock has no gold for an expansion. Soin has no gold for an expansion. We're gonna have both heroes back. I think... like the longevity of Human, of course, here excellent with the Brilliance Aura. He's getting free mana, which is not the case for Soin. In a base trade situation, this should be better for Soin because Raiders and Earthquake.
Yeah.
But it's only one Raider, I guess. He's trying to get rid of the Fastier.
Wait, he just... there was an Invis Mountain King. He just dodged the Stormbolt with a Zeppelin.
What?
He just pulled a Cooper on Echo Isles there. What is going on in this game?
Can we extend this into a best of 7 dear production? This would be amazing. What a banger. These two, and this is what happens when both know each other so well for years, former roommates, and now fighting for the entry into the World's Finals quarterfinal. Panda.
Ultimate.
Okay, here we go. This is the strongest moment. Cyclone, Mass Telly. He used the Cyclone, so he can't cancel that Mass Telly because there's no Raider in range.
He actually used the scroll there. I think he was so afraid of the Cyclone that he just said, whatever, I'm out. And Okay, there's one priest and one Sork left over. These are so crucial. Remember Cruncher having that one priest earlier saved in the Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Pretty similar situation here.
Nobody's mining. Nobody will get gold.
What's going on?
Nobody can risk to long distance mine because then there's Chainwave, Breath of Fire, or Clap. It's all gonna die. Invis, of course, again. Amazing.
Peasants, okay. There's 3 ultimates on the field. Mountain King probably not going to get that ultimate this game. If he does, I think the game's already over. But Hero Focus, always on the table. The Panda, he used the Store Bolt preemptively. Oh, someone's got to get out of here. Is he really losing this?
Oh no, Soin. This was your game for such a long time. You were the dominant force. Store Bolt kills the Farseer again. How the turntables once more. GG! Just like that, a little anticlimactic, but what a banger of a game. Stock 2-0 victory, 4-0 through the lower bracket, deservedly in the quarterfinals as the second